As you can see from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about nails and hands today, and especially for those of us who are truly aging. This applies to all, but this definitely applies to younger women too, and men. We've always heard, I think, that we can do all kinds of things to our faces. We can have facelifts, or we can have surgery, procedures. We can have fillers and Botox and all this sculpting that they're doing. But there's just not very much we can do to our hands. And our hands and our necks are typically the first signs of aging to people who are actually looking at us, if that matters. So today we're going to talk about some things that I do that help me, especially with my hands, my nails. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to talk about those ugly bruises and that's what I call them, ugly bruises, that we start to get as we get older, when our skin starts to thin. It has a medical name to it. My name is ugly bruises. And from everything that I've read about it, they're caused from sun exposure. They can be caused from thinning skin, medications that we take, but we get them. And so far, I can't figure out how not to get them. I have been getting them on and off on my arms, and they're always going to be somewhere like on my wrist or the back of my hand. It's where I've bumped myself, or I've hit something accidentally, or scraped it some way, or it's almost anything. It might be where I've bumped into something, or rubbed against it, or hit it by mistake, or just, it's almost like you never know when you're going to get one if you're not on medication. And I think that's a whole different story. But if you're not on medication, they can just come out of nowhere. I'll have one on the back of my hand, and I look at it and I go, now, where did that come from? Have I hit myself? I don't know. But I do know that for me, and I think for many of us, as we really start to age, our hands really show it. I've lost fat in my hands, and part of that too is a result of, I'm sure, me losing the little bit of weight that I lost this last year. But I will get them on the backs of my hands from time to time, or on my forearms here. That's usually where I get them. And occasionally I will get them on my shins, on my legs. Do you get them on your shins? So there's really, to my knowledge, not anything that you can take that's going to prevent you from getting them. But I'm going to show you a couple of things at the end of this video that I have been doing, and it's actually helping me to feel a lot better about my hands and my arms and my legs when it comes to the ugly bruising. So stay tuned for that. But I do want to talk today about my nails. And many of you have seen some of my nail videos in the past, especially where I show you how I apply the fake nails. I have been wearing artificial nails most of my adult life. I can remember, I may have been in my 30s. I need to probably Google it, but I may have been in my 30s when the acrylic nails first came out. And I discovered them, and I started going to the nail shop. And I have worn them, or gel nails, since, almost constantly. In fact, a year or so ago, maybe even 2 years, I did a video about things I'm no longer going to spend money on, and that was one of them. And I just went back and estimated how many years I had been wearing those nails. And I think, if I remember correctly, I believe I figured that I had spent at least $17,000 just on my nails over all these years. I loved it. It was my little treat for myself, was to have my nails done. And I always wore them the same way. But just before the pandemic, I decided to start trying to do my own. And I bought all the gel, the lamp, and, all of that stuff, and all of the supplies that you needed and different colors of polish. And I just never liked them. And that's when I discovered the Kiss nails. And I figured out how to do these nails so that I really did like the way they looked and that they stayed on. In just a minute, I'm going to show you how I apply my Kiss nails. Since at least the pandemic, I have been using the very same nail. And you've seen them in almost every video. I'm going to show you the nail that up until about 4 or 5 months ago, the nail that I have been wearing almost exclusively. And it's a Kiss nail, and I don't have the number on it, but it looks like this. These do not have to be polished. They're just so pretty, so pretty. They have the little tabs on them, which makes applying them much easier. And then a few months ago, I was at Walmart and I saw these and I thought, I'm going to give these a try. That's what they look like. They have the tabs on. I will list these and I will list the pink ones in the description box, and I will also list them as the very first comment under this video if you want to check them out. But they are so easy to put on once you get the hang of it. I mean, so easy. And I tell you, I have such good luck with them staying on. I have my hands in water all the time. I do not wear gloves. I probably should, but I don't. I put this new set on and decided to film it so that you could see, well, exactly how I do it. I do the same thing with those others. I can wear these for about 2 weeks. And I want to take them off. When they start to grow off or maybe loosen a little bit, I just take them off. I will tell you, the day I found these, I also found this. I've never seen it before. It's called Kiss Glue Off Instant False Nail Remover. That's what it looks like. It works. It really does work if you use it properly. I will say that before finding this, if they wouldn't just pop off, and a lot of times when I wanted to take them off, if they were starting to lift, I could just put my nail under it and it would just pop off. I mean, with very little effort, they would pop off. Sometimes they wouldn't, and sometimes I did take some acetone nail remover. The acetone, not the non-acetone, but the acetone like they remove them in the salons, and I would soak. I don't have as much damage that way, but most of the time they pop off. There they are. So with that being said, I'll show you the video of me applying this new set of nails, and I'll be back. Okay, the first thing I do is make sure my nails are clean and dry. No lotion, nothing. I push back my cuticles as far as possible with my own little cuticle tool, or I use the small cuticle stick that's provided in the kit. Then I lightly rough up my nail surface with my file or the small one that's provided. First of all, I pull out all the very large nails that are too big for my nails and I discard them. Next, I select the nails I want to use by starting with my pinkies, and I lay them out in the order that I'm going to apply them. I make sure and test each one on for size because I have sort of weird shaped nails. Sometimes there's a nail that is a tiny bit too wide, and I'll gently file it down on the sides. It's better to have a nail that's a little bit too narrow than too wide. I find they stay on better that way. When I have them all lined up and in order, I again gently push the cuticles back. I start with the left pinky. I lay the nail down in front of me with the tab pointing toward my opposite hand so that I can pick it up easier. I apply a small drop of glue to the center of the nail. Then I apply an even smaller drop to my nail bed and spread out the glue with the tip of the nozzle. I place the nail on my nail and gently push it as far into or under my cuticle as possible. I press it down and I hold it for about to a count of 20. I leave the tab zone and I proceed to do all of my other fingers except for my thumbs. Then I gently break off the tabs when I know the nail is secure. With my file, I barely file where that tab was removed. It's a little bumpy right there, a couple of little jagged edges. And then I round the corners of my nails just a little bit. I like the nail shape called square round. And then when I'm through, I use one of my favorite hand creams. This is a skin nail cream that I'm using from Skin Cosmetics, and I will leave a link to that in case you're interested in the description box or in the first comment under the video. Okay, did you learn anything? Do you think you're going to try them? Tell you what, I don't think, well, I'm pretty sure I will never go back to the nail salon to have my fingernails done. I do go to get my pedicures, and it helps me to justify getting those pedicures because I'm no longer spending that money on my nails. Now, some of you are going to ask me, Patti, have you tried these? Have you tried these? Have you tried these? Tried them all. Tried them all. As a matter of fact, I had bought some. These I tried and wanted to show you before I threw the box away. But this is, these are Bare But Better. They're brand new by Kiss. And you can see that I've used them, didn't like them. And these use the glue. These use the glue. These I haven't tried, but I'm not going to try. These are by Kiss also. They're called Gel Fantasy Magnetic Velvety Effect Ready to Wear Gels. And, you know, they use the glue also. After I got these home, I just realized I didn't like them. I've bought the ones that press on that have the little sticky tabs under them. I've bought several of those. They don't stay on. They come off. They lift. When I'm brushing my hair or putting my hands through my hair, my hair gets caught in them. I hated them. I hated them. So, you know what? I have found something that I really do like that works for me. I only have to do it every couple of weeks. It is inexpensive, and I'm sticking with it. Something that I would say that will help our hands look good. You have seen me use this before, the Sally Hansen Smooth on Perfect Legs in an Instant. This is a little trial size, and I keep them in a Ziploc bag. I have this old Bare Minerals faux tan kabuki brush, flat-topped kabuki brush. It came with one of their faux tans, or their faux tan 100 years ago. I've just kept it and used it for my Sally Hansen over the years because I've been using Sally Hansen a long, long time. Not every day, but if I'm going someplace and I want my hands to look nice and my arms, the skin that's showing, you know I use this. And so for those of you who haven't seen it, we're going to do this. I do want to show you. Let's find it here. I may have to take a picture of this. Get my bracelets. Okay. I'm probably, let me turn. Do you see it? There she is. Look. Ugly bruise. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly bruise. So, first of all, and I'm going to show you something that I bought for this, but first of all, let's just do the Sally Hansen on our hands. I need to buy some more of this. This lasts me forever. I buy the little trial size. They're very inexpensive, and this is medium. If I use this every day, it would be different. So I take my brush, and you can use any kabuki brush, any. And what I do, because I've done this a long time, is I just dot it like this. Can you see? Yeah. not very much. I don't squeeze that tube, I just dot it. Let's take my watch off. See all the veins and and I will go up my arms, and I'm not going to go all the way up my arm because I'm not going anywhere today. And I mainly get the backs of my hands, my knuckles, coming up over my wrist. And when there's very little left on my brush, I don't get down on my nails, but I get those knuckles. Same on my thumb. I get right there in the... I'm just getting the last residues off. And this, of course, this is going to, if I wash my hands while this is on, and by the way, the last little residue I will do underneath my arm. If I see any spots like that, I just smooth them out. Just like our eyeshadow, you want to blend it. Sometimes I go between my thumbs or my fingers. For sure it's a little bit better. We'll do the other one too. In person, they look a lot better than they do on what I'm seeing in my monitor. But that's the Sally Hansen. I told you that I was using something for these ugly bruises. And I've used a couple of other creams in the past, but I found this, and I'm not 100% sure that it works any better, but I like the convenience of it. And it is called, and I believe, I'll have to look, I believe I ordered this off of Amazon. It's called Procure Bruise Remedy Arnica Gel Plus. And the other products that I've used were Arnica products. So this is called Procure Bruise Remedy Arnica Gel Plus Tri Smooth Complex. And I will list this in the description and in the first comment under this video. This is unscented, non-greasy, paraben-free. It says it dramatically helps to improve the appearance of bruises and spider veins of the foot and ankle. Huh. I didn't notice that before. But it says this paraben and fragrance-free formula is rich with soothing plant extracts like arnica, bilberry, and green tea to help soothe swelling and minimize the appearance of bruising and discoloration. While MSM Science powers the results, organic aloe works to leave skin feeling healthy and moisturized. The directions are gently massage into affected area with the soft touch applicator. Repeat 2 to 3 times per day as needed. And it's, as I said, it's unscented. But here, look, it's so not messy. This is a sponge applicator. And get my bracelets out of the way. And basically, when I get as soon as I get one of these, it takes just a tiny bit. It's a clear gel. It's not a white cream. It's a clear gel, and I just massage it with the applicator, with the little sponge applicator. Put the top back on, and that's it. And going about my business until I decide to do it again. It works as well as anything else I've used, for sure. I like that it's unscented. I like that it's clear. The others I've used were a white cream that you had to really rub in. I can't promise you that my bruising if the bruises are going away any sooner than anything else I've used. And by the way, if you're an older woman or man and you're getting these bruises, if your bruises are not a result of medicines that you're taking, maybe blood thinners, then if you're using something like this that really, you know that it makes a big difference in the duration, the length of that bruise, how long it takes for it to go away, let us know. Let us know in the comments what you're using. As I said, I've tried probably 4 or 5 different arnica type products, and none of them have been super good. I mean, I feel like I'm doing something, but I sure wish there was more that I could do, because I almost know anytime I bump my arm or, listen, here's something I'm horrible with, is when I'm pushing a buggy in a store, the grocery store or Walmart or Target or Marshall's or wherever, I will invariably hit the front of my ankle against that bar that goes across that shopping cart. If I'm not careful, I'm learning. But it's a part of this aging process for sure. And you know what? If this is the worst of it, I can live with it. I can deal with it. I would rather not have them, but I can deal with them. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Go out and have a wonderful day. Be kind to yourself so that you can be kind to others. Know that I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.